Hi, and welcome back to my little film and TV channel. We have a film to look at today. Yes, it's a prequel to something that was around about 13 years ago was released, so that'll be interesting. Please, if you are new to the channel, enjoy what I do. I try and inform and entertain. You can push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. All these blogs are coming out. All your comments are very, very welcome. Be great to have you on board, and please you can give us a little thumbs up and make an old film watcher very happy. And that's what we've got today, a film. Yes, this is Orphan. Remember Orphan back in 2009? Yes, it did very well at the time. This is Orphan First Kill, so it's actually going back in time. Yes, even though obviously the lady playing the main role and reprises her role has obviously aged a little bit. You can't tell. It's very, very good. 15 certificate, 99 minutes. A psychological horror film, serves as a prequel, of course, as I said, to the 2009 film Orphan, directed by William Brent Bell. It was written by David Coggeshall, based on a story by David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick and Alex Mace, who wrote the screenplay and story to the predecessor, respectively. Rotten Tomatoes audience, 76%. That's pretty good, isn't it? 3.9 out of 5, so that equates to 7.8 out of 10. So Joe Public, Rotten Tomatoes, they like it. What about Internet Movie Database? Well, they're 6.1 out of 10. So again, not a disaster. They're above my watchable mark of 6, so that'll do. 5,037 people scored between 6 and 9. I ignored the 10 out of 10s, and 2,068 people scored it between 2 and 5. I ignored the 1 out of 10s for balance. And that, if you take one from the other and divide it by the percentage, it comes up with 71% positivity. So up not far short of the Rotten Tomatoes one. This stars Isabel Thurman, reprising her role, as I said, from the previous film, with Julia Stiles. Took me a few moments to recognise Julia. Hiro Kanagawa, Rossif Sunderland also starred in this. It was released in the US and worldwide on or around August 19th, 2022 by Paramount in select theatres, but it's also available on the old streaming site, Paramount Plus, so that's where you're more likely to watch it. Rotten Tomatoes, what about the critics? The film holds a rating of 71% positivity on Rotten Tomatoes. That's based on 95, so quite a number of reviews, averaging just 6 out of 10. But that'll do. 6 out of 10, we'll take that. 67 fresh and 28 rotten. The consensus reads, leaning into its ludicrous premise, Orphan First Kill is a sequel that holds its own. Sequel, prequel? Well, it's a sequel, but it's a prequel. And for fans of campy horror, there you go, you like campy horror, may even represent an improvement on the original. I wouldn't quite go that far. Metacritic gave the film a weighted average. They have an average a little bit lower though, 53 out of 100, so they're being a bit mean. That's based on 23 critics. And it scored anywhere between a lowly 25 out of 100 and not bad, 83 out of 100. So let's have a look at some of the critics from Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic. Tom Sean, he was fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. He's from the Times here in the UK. He said, Julia Stiles plays the matriarch, and it's good to see this fine actress having a ball in the film's crude but enjoyable mayhem. Certainly made it a little. Old Julia made this a little bit more agreeable for me as well. Wendy Hyde from The Observer in the UK. The force of Thurman's performance, as she demonstrated in last year's The Novice, she can be a remarkable and unsettling presence in front of a camera. Goes a considerable way towards reclaiming the role of the malevolent mini-psychopath Esther. Yes, so there you go. As with, that lady and Julia Stiles, I thought they played off each other really, really well. Brian Tellerico, though, from RogerEbbett.com, he didn't like it. He's rotten on it. He said, seems to always be willing to play it safe. That's Bell, the director, within this movie. Needed someone to embrace the insanity of its very existence. I see the point he's making, Brian, there, but it could have been dark. It could have been dafter in a good way. I do see a little bit of that criticism. The Guardian's Leslie Felprin, she didn't like it either. She scored it 40 out of 100. One of the lowest scores. She said, the most disappointing thing about the film is that it's none of the spark or originality of the first one and just parasitically drains its source material, incorporating details like the creepy blacklight drawings and the borderline paedophiliac, subtext without adding anything substantial. Okay, Leslie. Perhaps Leslie's going a bit too deep for me. Some suggest, some have suggested, someone mentioned it before, the critique, wasn't it? The consensus. It's better than the original. I wouldn't particularly say that. The AV Club's Courtney Howard, though, he liked it. Or Courtney, she, sorry, my apologies, Courtney. 83 out of 100, offering the winning combination of subversive spin on a well-established film. Orphan First Kill is a gnarly, wild, and absolutely demented ride. Okay, Courtney, a bit over the top there, calm down. Right, my thoughts, guys. I'm going to score this. Yes, I'm going to score it 6 out of 10. I'm going to score it a watchable rating. Just, I was hovering at 5.5, but I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Mainly because the length of the film was pretty much spot on. They didn't overdo it, which I like. I like that a lot. This sort of film is an hour and 20, hour and 30 tops, and it sort of works within that. The originals this felt so much longer ago than 2009, and in itself, let's face it, that's a throwback to the sort of horrors, that sort of daft horrors, silly horrors that worked about 30 years previously. And for that, in a modern 2009, as it was then, 13 years ago, as I'm recording this, it sort of works. Yeah, it sort of works. And it actually got 7 out of 10, the original Orphan. 7 out of 10. This is getting a little bit less, of course. But 30 years on, and the boundaries of believability are pushed again just a little. But then again, it's a horror, so what do we expect? There's a big element of turn your brain off and just go with the flow. Furman, as stated, I think previously, does a decent job, and for me, I did really like Julia Stiles in this, and for me, the two combined just managed to make this a little bit better than perhaps it would have read on the script on the page. You know, these two women sort of playing off each other, so certainly helped it for me. Daft stuff, but I didn't really expect much more. Do you from The Orphan? It is what it is. So, as I said, 6 out of 10. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Be really interested. Thanks for watching. Please, until we meet again, I only ask one thing, don't I? Stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.